Okay, so rear wheel, this is what we're gonna do. You got two lug nuts. There's usually caps on here. I pulled the black caps off. Both of these, we're gonna call them lug nuts for lack of a better word. They were already tightened. They are a, let's see here, 21 millimeter. So yank those guys off real quick. This back tire comes off really fast, guys. It's not even a big deal. All right, so, and gals, because I'm sure there's some young ladies out there that are doing this shit too, because you know what? Why not? So we're gonna yank this guy off here. Pull. There he goes, loosen that up. And these are like spacers. So we're gonna set all these down just next to where we're working. Keep track of where everything's at, because there's two spacers on that side, one spacer on this side, right? So the right side of the scooter looking forward has two spacers. The left side has one spacer. Now looking at this thing, looks like we're gonna have to do all this as it is attached pretty tightly. So we're gonna have to do this right here. And yeah, it should be fun. So let's disconnect this hub from the wheel, I guess. And we'll go from there. See how things go. I'll let you know. Okay, so this is what I found. I found a little bucket. I'm kind of working here. I laid the tire sideways with the disc brake facing me, which is the side you need to work on anyways. The wiring is actually connected still to the scooter. I haven't messed with any of that, so we're able to do this semi-okay. This fender's a little bit in the way, but we're breaking all these loose. It looks like these are a 4 millimeter. They did supply me with the appropriate stuff. You see right there to take these wheels and such off, but I'm going to utilize what I have here and go from there. So we'll cut back here shortly. Okay, so we got the disc brake off here. This one's officially garbage. We're gonna try to flatten that thing back out. For some reason, man, I don't know if that is warped or maybe it's this hub's warped, because that thing laid on the ground pretty darn flat. But so now what we're gonna do is take off this outer ring. It should give us access to the motor. Should fall out at that point, and we should be able to put the new stuff all together. So we're not going to reuse these bolts. They did have some blue Loctite on them, which is always good. The new ones did come with look like pre-Loctited, so we'll go from there. It doesn't look like the Loctite spreads though when they put it on there, just to be honest with you. This one pulled out and it looks exactly like where the Loctite stayed, so we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are, and they only sent me half the wheel, clearly, because, well, only half the wheel is serviceable. This whole design is based off of the fact that the other side of the hub has to be round. So if you have a situation like mine, you're probably, I don't know, this all feels like it's not in there very true and straight. We're gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna clean it all up, but I got the wheel off. I did notice on the tire here, this is the factory tire. This thing's only got like 120 miles on it. There was right there, you can see it. There's a big tear in that wheel, like it was a bad wheel when they put it on, maybe. I don't know. I mean, you can see there's still a whole bunch of tread left on this thing. There's still knobbies left on the edges. So this tire's not really used. I mean, this thing is dirty. I live in Arizona. It's dirt everywhere. So it's kind of irrelevant. But yeah, so we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna clean this thing up. I'm gonna see if I can't get this thing to be a little bit more true somehow. And maybe more round, I guess. I don't know. Well, we're gonna figure it out. But I got another tire, so we're gonna replace that. I don't have another tube, so we're gonna reuse that tube for now. And we're gonna put this thing back together and hope Humpty Dumpty drives down the road right. Wish me luck. All right, so we got the wheel back on. We put the new brake rotor on. Wheel went on in basically the exact same opposite reverse process. One little trick that I would tell you is air up the tire inside the tube. Once you put the tire inside the tube, air it up, it makes it a lot easier. So you assemble it with the tube and the tire all as one piece. Makes life a lot easier. This little thing is just not very good. It's just a terrible design, man. I don't know how you're supposed to air up these tires. You have to like yank it out to do it and all that good stuff, but we'll make it work. New rotor seems to work okay. We're gonna get this thing tightened up and then we'll go from there. So see you in a bit. All right guys, here we go. So I took the rear tire off. I still having that vibration issue. Figured her out. So if you own a Varla, I would highly recommend going around all the swing arm bolts, everything, tighten them all up, brake bolts, all of these. Apparently they do not tighten these up very good out of the factory. Every single bolt on this thing was pretty much loose to the point where it was almost catastrophic. So I went around, tightened everything back up, took it back out on the road, got her up to about 38 miles per hour. And she felt solid and good. So 260 miles in review. Rear brake still not 100%, but it's good. Front brake is still non-existent. I still have parts over there, we'll get to that later. But for the sake of this video, I would say she's good to go. Honest review of the Varla, again, customer service has been just thumbs down. The Varla, the scooter itself, is a thumbs up. I don't know if it's the name itself that makes this scooter awesome. I think you could probably go to any China brand and buy a very similar scooter and probably have the very similar experience. You know, as I'm researching these more and more, I'm finding that this is just kind of a generic platform. And really what you're going to look for is what really makes you happy in the Varla or in a scooter. I think the Varla has been overall a thumbs up, but customer service has been just an absolute thumbs down. But overall, I think it gets a thumbs up. So enjoy, man. If you end up picking up one, I would highly recommend it. As you can see, 234 miles on this bad boy. We've been having some fun with it. My voltmeter is not reading, which is kind of terrifying because it should at least have some voltage in it, but I'm guessing that we blew out that portion of it when we were doing whatever. So there you go. Enjoy, guys. Have a great day.